The market capitalization of the coin is used to summarize all that is taught in this video. I would also like to remind you to give my channel a like and subscribe to it so that you can stay up to date on future XRP news as well as other cryptocurrency news in general. Take a look at this now, shall we? Over here's a direct letter to the District Court of New York. Bitnomial takes the Securities and Exchange Commission to court for labeling XRP as a securities. It is clear that the letter is located over here. In the latter headline, it was claimed that the complaint for declaratory and injunctive relief was sent to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, particularly to Gary Gensler and a few other high-ranking officials of the SEC. This is how the body of the latter article is structured. This issue pertains to the ongoing efforts made by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, sometimes known as the ICC, to overextend its jurisdiction over digital assets, specifically futures contracts on digital assets, outside the scope of its statutory authority. This situation involves the Securities and Exchange Commission CSE acquiring jurisdiction over a commodity that is already regulated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission FDATTCA and falls under the exclusive jurisdiction of that agency. By acting in this manner, the SEC is inadvertently duplicating and adding to the regulatory burden that Bitnomial is already under. I am able to inform you without charge that there is a significant issue that is on its way. On the other hand, before we go any further, there is a brand new cryptocurrency airdrop that is currently taking place on Telegram and is set to start at any moment. I would ask that you make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Within the video's description is where you will find the link. Make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity. In the meantime, let's proceed with our video. A legal action has been taken against the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States of America by the cryptocurrency exchange known as Bitnomial. The Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC claim that XR futures are securities is being contested in the case that is being brought against it. A number of people in the cryptocurrency field have expressed their disagreement with this notion. To this day, the Securities and Exchange Commission has maintained its steadfastness. For a considerable amount of time, the digital asset known as XRP, which is associated with Ripple Labs, has been considered a security. As a result of this classification, XRP and any financial instruments that are connected to it are subject to stringent inspection by regulatory authorities. Major repercussions are associated with this classification. One of the arguments that Bitnomial makes in its complaint is that XRP should not be classified as a security, and as a result, its XRP TRIPS contracts should not be subject to the jurisdiction of the Securities and Exchange Commission. In contrast to the SEC Bitnomial, the legal team representing Bitnomial argues, in the case that was presented on October 10th, that the Securities and Exchange Commission is acting beyond the scope of its authority by attempting to regulate XRP futures. It is their contention that XRP, along with Bitcoin and Ethereum, needs to be viewed as a commodity rather than a security of the cryptocurrency market. The distinction between the Commodity Futures Trading Commission and the Securities and Exchange Commission is of utmost significance because the former is responsible for regulating commodities, while the latter does not. Furthermore, the case throws light on the ongoing jurisdictional issue that exists between the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission (FTFDF) in reference to the regulation of digital assets. This conflict has been going on for quite some time. The regulatory framework that controls Bitcoin derivatives is in dire need of clarity, and Bitnomial is hopeful that this case will bring about the clarity that is so desperately needed. It is possible that the outcome of this litigation will have substantial ramifications for the Bitcoin sector. A possibility exists that this conclusion will occur. In the event that the Bitnomial case is successful, it has the potential to set a precedent that limits the jurisdiction of the Securities and Exchange Commission to regulate other digital assets as securities. It is possible that this may lead to a regulatory environment that is significantly more favorable for cryptocurrency exchanges as well as investors. On the other hand, if the classification of the Securities and Exchange Commission as a consumer information company CICIC is maintained, it may strengthen the agency's authority over a wider spectrum of digital, which may potentially lead to increased regulatory scrutiny and compliance costs for businesses that deal in cryptocurrencies. The most important thing that has taken place is the submission of a cross-appeal by Ripple Labs in response to the continuing litigation that is being brought against the Commission. In the process of appealing its prior loss, the Securities and Exchange Commission ensures that no rock is left unturned in the investigation. The regulatory body did not file an appeal against the decision that XRP is a security, which is an interesting turn of events from the regulatory authority. Retaliation from Bitnomial in the ongoing controversy regarding XRP futures. It has been claimed that Bitnomial is going to file a lawsuit against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission in order to challenge the agency's assertion that it has authority over the XRP futures contract that it intends to create. Despite the fact that it is administered by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission (CFD-SEC), the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) committed to the fact that the XRP futures that have not yet been listed by the exchange fall under its regulatory jurisdiction. These futures will be physically delivered. When compared to the other digital asset futures that are expected to be traded on the derivatives market that is regulated in the United States, it is the most attractive option. It was also reported that the exchange has self-certified with the CFTs on August 9, 2024. This occurred at the same time. On the other hand, the Commission has communicated with the exchange in reference to the contract, asserting that the derivative product is a security future. In an effort to maintain the reliability of futures markets, the exchange is currently working toward the acquisition of a formal court judgment. As a consequence of this reaffirmation, the jurisdiction of the CFT is confirmed, and the SEC's overreach in the domain of digital asset derivatives is limited. With regard to Bitnomial, the Commission has not yet brought up any allegations of improper behavior, and the company has not yet listed XRP futures trading. This case looks to be an essential step in the process of defining the boundaries of regulatory authority, according to those who have observed it. In light of the recent order from the Southern District of New York, which said that XRP is not inherently security but rather notional, the company has positioned itself to assert this position. The United States Securities and Market Commission (SEC) continues to maintain the opinion that the XRP token is a security, according to a report from a digital asset derivatives market that is regulated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission (FTST). Bitnomial has just recently initiated legal action against the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), with the intention of extending the agency's control over futures contracts to an excessive degree. According to the exchange, the product is already subject to the exclusive jurisdiction of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, also known as FTFT. In this particular instance, it is asserted that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) is attempting to overextend its jurisdiction, which results in an improper duplication of regulatory burdens and an increase in the load that Bitnomial must bear. Bitnomial made a self-certification application to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, also known as the FDF, at the beginning of August in order to make it possible for its platform to facilitate the trading of XRP futures. Today was the source that disclosed this information. It is probable that the introduction of an exchange-traded fund in the United States will be realized as a result of this action. However, not too much time had passed since the submission was made when the Securities and Exchange Commission got in touch with it. The regulatory body claimed that the listing would be in violation of federal securities rules due to the fact that the securities in question are regarded to be security futures. The agency argued that XRP futures are lawfully subject to the joint jurisdiction of the SEC and the CFTC, and this jurisdiction includes both governments. Because the firm Bitnomial has said that it does not agree with the opinion of the SEC, it is requesting that the court declare that XRP futures are not deemed to be securities futures. This is the reason why the company is demanding that the court rule about this matter. Moreover, the business has made other requests in an effort to prevent the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) from pursuing any enforcement action that would be associated with the planned listing of XRP futures. Across appeal, Ripple, the company that is associated with the cryptocurrency known as XRP, has responded to the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) in response to the SEC's appeal in the matter. The material that has been supplied is not intended to constitute trading advice, as stated by Stuart Alderity, who is the Chief Legal Officer of Ripple, and Brad Garlinghouse, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Ripple. In the event that any investments are made on the basis of the information that is provided on this page, there is no responsibility for those investments. Prior to making any choice on investments, we strongly recommend performing independent research and talking with a professional who is educated in the field.